to order. And for the record, Jennifer has notified me that there have been no public comments. Is that correct, Jennifer?
That's correct.
Thank you. And we only have the one obviously very important item on the agenda. And to go to that, I'm going to turn to Crystal and ask her if she could tell us the staff recommendation with respect to the application.
Yes. So the staff recommendation is for a negative declaration with regard to the seeker. And we recommend approval of the site plan. We also recommend a recommendation to the Zoning Board of Appeals for the 2 variance items from the Planning Commission.
And Crystal, if we recommend that they give the variances, can that be part of the vote on the site plan itself, or do we have to have a third vote?
You can make a condition, the approval based on receiving zoning approval.
Right, but then Crystal said it wasn't just the idea of it being conditional, it was the idea of making a recommendation to the zoning board that they grant the variances. So I understand the conditional part, but I'm just wondering if we're going to make that recommendation.
Well, I would think it would be implied you're approving it if you send it to them with the approval. And
I would prefer separate. Yeah, I would prefer a separate. It'll just, you know, redundancy is a good thing from our point.
Yeah, and the problem with, I understand what you were saying, Larry, but it's just that implication. I'm a little uneasy about that myself, but I think I'll go with Steve's recommendation that we have so in effect a third vote.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Ben concurs with that as well.
Oh, he's too far in the back, so I don't know if he's allowed to concur.
We're not wearing our masks, so we have to
Oh, but you're practicing social distancing? I'm proud of you. Okay, so in the interest of time and efficiency, I'm going to ask board members not yet to vote, but to make any comments or ask any questions, and I'll take the prerogative of the chair to move it along myself. So we'll start, if you would, please, with John Lamacuso.
Thanks, Greg. I don't want to belabor this too much. It's been a long road for all of us, and everybody's put in a ton of work on this. And so I think it's a great example of a lot of different people coming together and ultimately, I think, arriving at a compromise that's, I think, going to be a victory for the city of Jamestown and the people here. Specifically, the targeted housing mitigation plan agreement, I think, is a reasonable one, and I think it's been well thought out. You know, based on that and all the other adjustments that Stel has made to the project over the course of the past many months, I think really improved the project and made it one that is consistent with our plans. And for those reasons and many others, I support the application as it currently stands, and I'm happy to vote in favor of it.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, John. If I could we go to Jeff Nelson next, please?
It's been, I would agree, it's been a lot of work to put this together, but I think the time has been well spent, and with everybody's cooperation, I think we've developed a really good plan. So I'm positive for it and ready to go.
Hey, thank you, Jeff. And then Mike Lauren, please.
I just have two, I guess, one question and one comment. The first question is a financial commitment. How would that process take place in terms of those funds becoming available for the city?
Well, on a most general level, the term of the agreement is tied to the issuance of a loan to Southern Tier Environments for Living. The agreement in terms of the disbursement of the monies is intentionally general because we're going to be you know, improvising as we go along. There weren't too many models to work from, but I'm sure that Steve All will have additional thoughts on this, but once in collaboration with the Department of Development and the Land Bank, the targets are identified, the usage of the money will go towards whatever is necessary to accomplish the demolition of the targeted list of or number of bedrooms. How exactly that gets dispersed isn't known. What I would say is just sort of a general safety net, because I don't have a particularly specific answer for you. If, for example, total worst case scenario, nothing happens during the 3-year period, which I doubt will be the case, we write a check for $350,000 to the city of Jamestown. So I think that the details of how disbursements are made can be worked out and to the satisfaction of all parties. I don't know if Steve All has anything he wants to add to that.
I didn't. I mean, I was just thinking the question about timing. It's when we get, like Steve Ricka said, you know, when we're granted the loan, when we close on the loan, that's when the money will be available for us. So that's what it takes, you know, for us to have the money available is to close on the loan.
All right. And my second thought is, because this project has changed significantly over the last couple of years, to try to, you know, publicize the project and the benefits that it's going to have. I think there's going to be a lot of people in the community who are unfamiliar with a lot of the changes and a lot of the work that has went into this. And I think it would be in everyone's best interest to really publicize that and to show how this is going to benefit the area and minimize liability and risk for our housing market and residents. So that's my only other thought on the project. So,
Mike, we agree with you completely. In addition to the many points raised in the stakeholder letter that's included in attachment 4, I know Katie and Community Helping Hands and Stell and everybody wants to celebrate this accomplishment. And the best way to do that is to educate the public on the many services that will be offered here and all the benefits that will accrue to the city of Jamestown. I don't know if you want to add anything to that, Katie.
Yeah, we're really excited to be able to share about the benefits of this program, especially relating to how they have changed over time, Mike. To go to your point, we too anticipate that there might be some misunderstandings of the project based on what it was before and what it is now. And so we've been proactive in that and have some stuff prepared to release that shares all of the positive benefits and kind of the new look of the project, thanks to all of your contributions to it.
all right, thank you. I have no more questions or comments.
Okay, thanks, Mike. And
I would just add that
all right.
there's two distinct opportunities in a project like this where publicity happens just naturally. One is when we begin construction. We usually have some kind of a groundbreaking ceremony where we invite dignitaries, and a project of this size, imagine will attract, you know, high level people from the state to come and speak. And of course, all of you would be welcome to come and speak and, you know, participate in the opening ceremonies. And then once the project is built and complete, then we have a ribbon cutting and a tour of the building and that kind of thing. So that's another opportunity for the public to, anybody from the public to come and see the finished product.
Thank you. And last but not least, Jeff Lehman, did you have any comments or questions?
No, I thank everybody for their patience. This thing has taken forever. A lot of hoops to jump through. I think it's going to be a great project. Got to where we wanted to be.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm not trying to cut anybody off, and I don't know if the project sponsors wanted to add anything else. I'm just trying to hurry this along, and I apologize, but was there anything else you think needed to be said before we do anything else? It's okay if you don't.
I just want to thank you to everybody. I mean, you guys have been going through the points I would have raised. Crystal, the Department of Development, we've said all along the project has been made better. You started out as the champion of green space, and it just took over on a number of levels, and we appreciate that very much. Obviously, the Planning Commission members on this call, and in particular, the Mitigation Task Force folks put in extra hours. Mike dug into the data and the numbers and made us prove our case. And, everybody ends up looking better when questions are asked and facts are provided. We've also had the input and assistance of city council members, not just Tom, but council members Karuba and James were very active and generous with their time. And not the least is Mayor Sundquist and Corp Counsel Elliot Raimondo helping us work out the details of the mitigation agreement and so forth. So I'll just leave it at that with a big thank you. And I'm hoping that we will get 3 positive votes on the items that Crystal listed at the beginning of the meeting.
Okay, thank you, Steve. And I'm just going to briefly, just building off of what Mike said earlier, and I guess all of us have said, this is probably the project that I have spent the most time in my now both first and second reincarnation as chairman of this commission. But to go to the point of Mike about the benefits of this project, not too long ago, somebody stopped me on the street asking me about the project and asked me why I changed my position. And I said, because this is not the same project we started out with. In fact, because of the work of the commission and the project sponsors, and especially Crystal, I think what we have here is a significantly better project that ultimately will work to the benefit of the community. And Saturday, I happened to be up in Buffalo, and I couldn't get into Evergreen Lofts, but I did ride around it, and it's in a pretty rough area, to say the least, but it's one of the nicest, certainly on the outside looking buildings in that whole area. So it's a positive contribution. It's a smaller building, but still it was quite impressive. So again, I'll thank everybody for all the hard work that's been going on for a very long time. But I think by all of us working together and putting so much time in, especially my fellow unpaid members of the Planning Commission, who I like to remind people that we're volunteers who serve here because we care about our city and always have and always will. That doesn't diminish those of you who get paid to do this. It's just that those of us who are volunteers, I'm especially grateful. So with that in mind, I will ask for someone to move a negative declaration with respect to seeker and the environmental assessment form.
So moved.
Was that you, John?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And Jeff Nelson, did you second it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, thank you very much.
I did it at the same time. I did it at the same time as just before John spoke.
Yeah, okay, so we'll let John go first.
It's okay, he's younger.
Yeah, well, that's true. Any other, for me too, but any other questions or comments? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed? Any abstain? Great. Could I then have a motion to approve the site plan subject to the variances? Conditional on the variances? Can I get it? Oh, I'm sorry. Is that you, Jeff?
Yes.
Jeff Nelson moved it. Can I have a second, please?
Second it.
Seconded by Jeff Lehman. Any other questions, comments, or discussion? Not all in favor, please say aye.
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 Any noes? Any abstentions? Carries, thank you very much. And then finally, we want to have a third vote to make a recommendation to the zoning board that we are in favor of the variances that the site plan is subject to being approved. So could I get a motion to that effect, please?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Nelson. Can I have a second?
Seconded.
Seconded by Mr. Lehman. Any other comments, questions, or discussion on that? If not all in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstaining? Thank you very much.
Woohoo! Sorry, 2.5 years.
I thought it felt more like 3, but yeah, I think you're right, 2.5 years. Well, like I said, it was the longest I ever spent on a project in both times as planning commission chair, but
Yeah.
we did it.
If I-
and Thank
If I
you.
could
Tom?
add that, yeah, I'm very excited to see this happen, and I've been on the council for about 4 years, and it seems like almost the entire time we've been working on this, so I appreciate everyone's work and collaboration on that, and although I wouldn't call myself a high-level politician, whatever that is, I'm looking forward to the ribbon cutting and being there. I'm excited for that.
You don't have to be high level, you just have to be elected.
Okay, well, I'm that.
We're looking forward to seeing all of you there.
Mhm.
Is there any other business or comments to come before the commission?
I just want to add my comment and thank all of you for your diligence, for working as hard as you have and being as open to some of my crazy wants and requirements of you or asking of you. You have all really, I think, shown what collaboration can do, and I'm excited about a project that at one point in time I was not really excited about. So I'm really happy about that, and I'm really proud of moving this forward. So I just wanted to say that and thank you all.
I appreciate that, Crystal. And all the time I've been involved in elected and appointed positions, the thing that always strikes me about whether it's this commission, the Board of Public Utilities, the City Council, everybody who gets involved in local government are people who genuinely care about our city and are generous with their time and their energy and their knowledge. And I think that's why we've come to a successful conclusion. So with that, can I ask for a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So
I
moved.
think Greg Peterson may have had something to say. Sorry.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry, Greg.
No, I have nothing to say other than I look forward to the opening. I want to thank everybody because it clearly was a
You're breaking up.
I'm ready to down, put it on screen.
We're losing you, Greg.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Greg, you're breaking up.
Sorry, this is my fault.
Yeah, it's right, John, it's your fault. So I'm sorry that we couldn't get to hear Greg's comments. I'm sure I could hear from him in
His
another time.
enthusiasm is captured for all posterity in that frozen screen.
That's right.
Somebody take a picture.
So can I'll go back to my earlier thought. Can I get a vote? Oh, now it looks like Greg's back to normal, whatever that is. But can I have?
Yeah, I'm back to normal. Hey, whatever.
Sorry, Greg.
I'm sure it was a magical moment that I provided.
Oh,
Check the
somebody didn't want you to talk. I think we'll have to investigate this. Probably I won't say anything. Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Lehman. Can I have a second, please?
Second.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Lamancuso. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much. The meeting is adjourned. Congratulations.
Congratulations, everybody.
Hooray.
Yeah,
Big
can't wait for our
accomplishment.
next big project.
Makes it more enjoyable when they're this complicated.
I don't know, I
Remember
need a
that
break
the
for a
next
little
time we
bit.
have another one.
Crystal wants a break.
Crystal
Well
on that.
deserved.
Just a little break. I got a few other things I'm working on right
Yeah, I'm
now.
sure Crystal
I
has
bet,
to
yeah.
take care of.
I have an unrelated question though. Where is Elliot right now? Because I'm looking at his background
I
and
know, it's
thinking he's in a
beautiful.
better place than I am.
I am in Telluride, Colorado at the moment.
Wow.
Somebody
Not bad.
has to be.
Okay.
Sorry,
That is,
Jealous right now.
I
There
think it was
goes.
I think it was Elliot that shut me down. I was just saying something nice.
Probably.